am so excited because I've been waiting weeks to share this Vort with you. Because I think that this Vort resonates so deeply with what we're going through right now during this Corona quarantine. You see, this week we learned about the Kohen Gadol in Parshat Acharei, as the Kohen Gadol spends a full week where he's not allowed to leave the Beis HaMikdash. He has a special room called the Lishkas Parhedrin, but it's not just a schwitzy room. He's never allowed to go. The Gemara in Yuma, as the Kollel learned this year, actually tells us that we put a mezuzah on the Lishkas Parhedrin, even though he's spending just a week there, because we don't want anyone to think Kohen Gadol chavush bebeis ha'asurin. The Kohen Gadol is in jail. But we have to ask, if the Kohen Gadol is spending a full week not allowed to leave the Beis HaMikdash, wouldn't that kind of drive him nuts? He can't go shopping, he can't go to the market, he can't just go for a stroll. He's always stuck, always planted in the Beis HaMikdash. And we could extend it even further, because the Kohen Gadol is not just in the Lishkas Parhedrin for 7 days. He's never allowed to leave Yerushalayim. The Rambam says that the Kohen Gadol, for his entire life, always stays in Jerusalem, never travels, he never sees the Swiss Alps, he never gets to visit Chicago. Never. So the question we have to ask, the question that Rav Shimshon Pincus in his Tiferes Torah asks, is how did the Kohen Gadol not go crazy, never being allowed to leave? And we can look at ourselves, and some people, after a few weeks, are already going nuts. How does he do it? There's a fascinating Gemara in Maseches Chagiga on Yud Beis Amud Aleph that answers our question. The Gemara explains that when Adam HaRishon was first created, before the sin, that he spanned the entire world. East to west, north, south, he went from one end of the world to the other. But there's another opinion in the Gemara that says that Adam HaRishon spanned the whole world, but not east-west, not north-south. He didn't go from one side of the globe to the other. He went from the Aretz, from the ground, all the way to Shemayim. Now what's at the root of this machlokas? Rav Shimshon Pincus explains that this machlokas was saying that innate in a person is that desire to travel, that desire to be like Adam HaRishon before he sinned, to span the world. For some people, they want to span the world all the way from the east to the west. But for some people, they don't need to go east to west. They don't need to see the Swiss Alps. They can go from the Aretz all the way to Shemayim. Explains Rav Pincus that the Kohen Gadol did not need to travel outside the city, because the Kohen Gadol was not traveling east to west. The Kohen Gadol was traveling from this ground all the way to Shemayim. The Kohen Gadol was reaching the loftiest of spiritual heights. And during this time, when we don't have the capacity to travel east and west, we're not going to go see the sights. We can still emulate that Adam HaRishon in each of us. And we can travel from the Aretz all the way to Shemayim. We can reach new spiritual heights. We can strive toward reaching that goal. Have a wonderful Shabbos.